until 12:45. So that's for the next 45 minutes or so, and it's for this little storm that's moving just south of Wiggins, north of Saussure, making its way on through. So what we're going to do is zoom in on the radar, and we can get a closer look of where that storm is actually heading across parts of Stone and George County. So currently, only Stone County in that tornado warning, and it's the extreme southeastern side of the county, just north of Saussure. Here's Highway 49. We have the Harrison County line and the Stone County line right there, and here's Highway 15. So the area that we're concerned about is this little red polygon right there. That is the area under the tornado warning. So if you live in those locations in extreme southeastern portions of Stone County, you definitely want to take your tornado precautions. Now, just because this storm, or at least this tornado warning, is in effect only for Stone County, do keep in mind the storm is moving off towards the east at about 40 to 50 miles per hour. So that means we're going to see that storm moving into extreme northern Jackson County and eventually moving into southern portions of George County. So I'm going to pause the radar a little bit. Let's pan over into parts of George County and northern Jackson County. So just to get your bearings, we got Jackson County here, we have Stone County here, Harrison down here, and we have Jackson County right here. So George, Jackson, Highway 55. The area we're concerned about is this red box you see right there. That's the area where the possible circulation is that we've been watching. Nothing confirmed on the ground at the moment. However, we have seen some rotation on the radar that indicates there's a circulation that could possibly lead to a tornado crossing Highway 15. So if you know anyone living in that area, do give them a call and just give them a heads up. Of course, if you do live in those locations, you want to take your tornado precautions. You want to get into the lowest level of your house and put as many walls between you and the outside of your house as possible. Now let's go ahead and pan over down towards another area of this line of thunderstorms into Harrison County, as that very intense storm now moving through Lyman and Gulfport. You're about to see that line of thunderstorms move on through. You haven't seen it on the east side of town, but it's crossing the Highway 49 area and it's making its way down towards the area. We're looking at the tower cam shot in Gulfport, I believe. This is the Hancock Bank tower cam. And again, lots of heavy rain falling with this storm as it moves on through. So lots of heavy rain, lots of gusty winds with that thunderstorm as it makes its way back through. I'm going to go back up to our tornado-warned storm in parts of Stone County, and alongside with me I do have meteorologist Wesley Williams, who is also watching this storm very closely as well, and he's been looking at what we call the velocity product and what we call the wind, or at least gives us an idea of what the winds look like in that storm. So we're going to head over to Wesley Williams and see what he has to say about this storm. Wesley?
Yeah, thank you, Eric. And here's a look at that area for the tornado warning. Again, that is Stone County until 12:45 p.m. So what we'll do now, like Eric mentioned, is kind of look under the hood of the storm and see what the winds in the storm are doing. So we'll plot that warning right back on the screen. You're watching that red box there. That's where we are going to see that tornado warning in effect. And what we're watching for here is where green touches red. That tells us that generally there is radar indicated rotation. And what I'm watching perhaps is this area right here near Highway 15 in extreme southeastern Stone County. So if you live south of Ramsey Springs or west of Dantzler, that area of rotation is radar indicated rotation is likely moving toward the northeast. I'm going to step this back a few moments, and you see earlier it was around here where we saw that red touching green, and that's what wound up beginning the tornado warning in the first place, was when we saw that. And that area continued to move to the northeast to where it is basically located now, near or along Highway 15 in eastern Stone County. I'll try to zoom in to see if we can get a few more place names to show up near the what may be the center of the rotation area. And this is pretty broad, I would say, if maybe Eric would agree with me, a pretty broad area of rotation to call it a tornado.
Yes, that is a very broad area of rotation.
So that means that maybe we're looking at thunderstorm circulation and rotation instead of actual tornado circulation and rotation. And again, it will be this area right here along Highway 15 where we're seeing the closest amount of greens touching reds. If I query this data, I'm sure it's not going to give me very high, not very high wind speeds at all there, because we're seeing weak reds touching weak greens. So not really a major threat based on the latest information from the velocity radar product. But that appears to be the main area of, oh, and there we go. So maybe no longer a tornado warning. That
Yeah,
just happened.
what is chat saying?
It just happened, yeah. A National Weather Service in Mobile just canceled that tornado warning for southeastern Stone County. So there's that. Now, doesn't mean the threat is over. There's still tons of storms going on right there, torrential downpour. But at least the tornado threat, like we just showed you when we looked under the hood of the storm, appears to be diminished. The tornadic threat gone, the heavy rain threat, the gusty wind threat, the frequent lightning from time to time threat still with that area. And it does look like we're going to continue to see these storms move from west to east through the area. So if you're in Gulfport, you're getting it right now. Biloxi coming soon, and Ocean Springs and D'Iberville coming very soon. So there you go, that view of that storm cloud as it approaches from the west. We'll be watching that again, a severe thunderstorm watch for the entire WLOX area until 4 o'clock this afternoon, though there have already been some trimmings of that watch, thankfully. If you live in Pearl River County, you are no longer under that severe thunderstorm watch, and we'll watch that watch become more and more trimmed as we move into the afternoon hours. Again, meteorologist Eric Johnson continuing to track these storms as they move through the area. We'll hand it over back to you.
All right, Wesley, thank you for that information. Again, that new tornado warning has been canceled for Stone County. So what we're going to do, we're just going to take one last look at this line of thunderstorms. As it rolls on through, we're going to take a look at, or at least a better view of what's happening out there. And as we take a look, we'll see, again, showers and thunderstorms. Wesley, if you don't mind, just kind of zoom out, hop over to Max 1 and zoom out. Looks like I may have been pulled out of play mode there. There we go. So here we go. Line of thunderstorms moving through Harrison County. Just as Wesley was saying, that tornado warning has been canceled. We've seen that rotation start to weaken a little bit as it's moving into George County and northern Jackson County. But we're going to continue to watch this. Currently, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for George County, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and perhaps some hail with those storms, but for the most part, the threat is pretty much over across the area. We're looking at one of the traffic cams from MDOT on US 90 east around Highway 49. Lots of heavy rain, lots of gusty winds with this. But again, we're about to go ahead and end this as we take a look at those line of thunderstorms moving through Harrison County. That's moving on through. Lots of gusty winds, lightning. The tornado warning has been canceled. Any more warnings to pass along, we'll do that. We'll watch it here in the WLOX Weather Center. For now, let's go back to your regularly scheduled programming.
This has been a WLOX News Severe Weather Update. Stay with WLOX as new information develops.
I wonder why my